Broadcasting live with Kelly Man.
Poundcake's back behind the glass. By the way, I'm being informed, I was talking about Travis Kelce being from the east side. People are telling me that Kyle Juszczyk of the 49ers is from Medina.
He's from Lodi, yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
You
have it. There you have it.
I'm trying to give somebody else. Is Lodi where the outlets are?
Yeah.
That's by Medina?
Yeah, that's in Medina County.
Oh, Medina County.
Yeah.
It's toward.
I think that I always think that Medina is closer than it is. Medina is kind of out there, isn't it?
I mean,
Lodi feels way out there.
Lodi's out there, but it's a big county because it's a farming county. Or at least it was. It's not as much anymore, but there's some, it spans 25, 30 miles.
Huh. All right. So when you were growing up in Medina, were you guys like hanging out behind the outlet mall?
No, because I wasn't in Lodi. I was in...
But that wasn't close to you?
It was...
You had the whole of Medina County to go out and cause trouble.
If we were going to a mall, we'd usually go to Summit Mall. We'd go to the outlets from time to time, but it wasn't like the hangout spot.
Mm-hmm.
Of course...
No, I don't mean walking around the mall. I mean hiding out in the back and smoking reefer.
Yeah, well...
Jazz cigarettes.
I wasn't really trying the reefers until I was about 25 years old. So...
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, I was with high school students.
I was going to say, you were out there hanging out with like 13-year-olds and
No,
still in a field.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was kind of stranded because we were far out, and then like until I got my driver's license, it wasn't like I could walk or ride my bike anywhere because we were out in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to, like, if I wasn't able to get a ride, I was just like, okay, I guess I'll just be at home.
Gotcha. Well, with more snow on the way, you can thank nearly 4,000 Ohioans who cast their votes for the public choosing of the state of Ohio's turnpike snow plows. They picked 8 of them. Plank Jackson was not on there.
Oh my God.
For the 3rd year in a row, Plank Jackson was not on there. Now, I have to chalk that up to the fact that nobody submitted that.
How?
Well, I feel like that's kind of on Poundcake to do that, and I'm sure he didn't. Did you ever submit Plank Jackson?
No, but...
That was the unofficial... You came up with it. That was the unofficial pick for the Alan Cox Show.
That's what I'm saying. I figured
if we can't wield our considerable influence with the public when it comes to naming an ODOT snowplow, then what good is any of this?
I thought the AC bump was enough. I didn't know I had to submit.
Well, you still have to go through the proper procedure.
I thought somebody else would do it.
See, and there it is. He thought, Bill, somebody else would do it.
That's what he thinks about a lot of things.
I know.
He's always waiting for somebody else to do it.
He's at least consistent.
He's like Homer when he was running for the garbage commissioner. Can't somebody else do it? The garbage man can.
Snowmore, Mr. Nice Guy. That's one of the plows by courtesy of Sebastian Kahlo of Cleveland Heights.
Good job, Sebastian. I like it.
Snow You Didn't.
They're all so long.
Courtesy of Mark Minuchek out in Perrysburg. Push It Real Good from Corey DeRenzis of Brookfield.
That's just a lyric.
Yeah,
most of these are lyrics, but they get picked.
It's not like, I guess.
But it works good for snow.
Yeah.
Snow Force One by Jim Bauer of Wauseon. Where's Wauseon? That's probably West Ohio, right?
That's by like Toledo.
There you go. Sir Plows a Lot, courtesy of Tim Towner of Swanton. That's in Fulton County. Snowby Wan Kenobi.
Love it.
By Rebecca Chatterjee of Toledo. Plowy McPlowface, of course.
Always got to get one of those.
Yeah, that's from Mark Hayden in Toledo. Darth Blader. Now, wait a second. Darth Blader, it says, by Cassandra Welch of LaSalle, Michigan. I didn't realize that just anybody could vote on this. They're not keeping it.
I mean, I can't believe people voted for something submitted by someone from Michigan. Yeah.
Each winner got a $100 gift card. You hear that, Ohio taxpayers? You submitted $100 to a woman from Michigan who submitted Darth Blader.
How dare you?
Listen.
Is it a $100 gift card to wherever, or is it like you can use it anywhere?
It's probably a $100 gift card to the LaSalle Fire Department.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. You can use
What
it
are you
in
buying from the fire department for $100?
your
Tickets
own
to the chili cook-off.
Yeah.
Some old calendars.
There you go.
Maybe a vending machine pop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said pop out here. I asked someone in the hallway. I was like, hey, are there any vending machines around here? And the guy handed me he opened a drawer and had a bunch of bottles of water. He goes, oh, here's the water. I was actually looking to get a pop. And he goes, where are you from? Just like that. And I was like, oh,
Wow.
man. Everyone here says soda.
Well, I didn't think you said pop here.
Yeah.
You say pop?
Yes. You don't?
Well,
he just
I
said
grew
it.
up in Illinois, and everybody says pop. I thought once you got to Ohio and Pennsylvania, it becomes soda.
No.
Oh, really?
This is
We're a
all
pop town.
Midwest, East Coast stuff.
Well, no, not East Coast, because Pennsylvania, it's soda.
Soda, yeah.
I had to recalibrate myself because everybody says soda. I thought Ohio.
I thought you were a soda guy.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, we grew up saying pop, but as an adult, I heard so many people say soda. So I think I probably am a soda guy now. I just never heard Mary say pop here.
I guess I don't really talk. I usually say Dr. Pepper. I don't
Right.
Really
Yeah, I think I avoid that.
Just a general pop.
Do you guys got any of that stuff that babies like?
Formula? No. Dr. Pepper. And then he goes, where are you from?
Also Ohio.
Yeah.
Also Ohio.
Weird thing. Last night when I was I just went to a bar right next to the Comedy Store to have some food, and the guy looked at me when I ordered my salad and took an extra pause and just kind of goes, "You want ranch?" And I was like, "No, like whatever, balsamic or whatever on the side is fine." And then a different guy delivered my food and asked me if I wanted a side of ranch. And I was like, what about my face says ranch? Like, what is this?
You have a very ranchy face.
Do I look like I need ranch?
Wait, so just unbidden, they asked you if you wanted ranch dressing.
Twice, two different
Huh.
bartenders, without anything, didn't say, what dressing do you want with that? The first guy said, do you want ranch? And then the second guy, when he brought out my food, not even the salad had already came, and then I got a wrap after. When he brought out my wrap, he asked me if I needed a side of ranch.
Well, the way you look right now, I could see them saying that.
Listen, I looked the same, but I had makeup on and a leather jacket.
But again, what is a ranch look?
That's what I was like, maybe because I'm not LA skinny? That they're like, oh,
No,
this
but there's all
cannot-
kinds of. I know people love to say that everybody in LA is from somewhere else. That's not true. Most people in LA are from there, but there are a lot of transplants in Los Angeles. But I'm curious what the ranch look is.
I was like, I'm pale. I have an average body.
I think,
And I was eating fries.
I think
so
you
why not?
nailed it.
Right.
Right, but what differentiates the ranch look from the Thousand Island look?
Here's the ranch look.
Dressing for children that adults still enjoy.
You were eating food in public.
Oh, that doesn't
That's
happen?
that's all it is. Is like if a woman's eating food in public, they're like, oh well, she probably wants ranch because she just will eat food. Meanwhile, like the skinny, movie star type looking girls there, they're not eating.
Yeah.
They're not
Maybe that's what
having
it was.
anything.
Hey, do you get a loop back from us if I push this button on you, Mary?
I just did for the
Okay,
Turn
I'm going
that
to take it out. Yeah, I'm going to turn it off. I had it off, but the only problem is people can't hear you on the live stream, or on the YouTube, I should say. But that's just going to be how it's going to be this week. So
I mean,
Yeah.
it's going to on YouTube. It'll be a sausage party show.
That's got to be what was messing with the sound in San Diego, because when you did that, it started to sound drunk again.
Oh well, I didn't have it
On
in.
my end.
I didn't have it in San Diego, but I was just.
Oh.
I forgot that that's the button I need for all of us to be
wait,
heard on YouTube.
So you're trying to tell me that you're prioritizing the over-the-air radio signal over the YouTube videos?
I am, but I just want the listeners to know that I am.
It's
Listening to their concerns, and for people who do watch on YouTube, you're not going to hear Mary. So FYI,
if you hate me,
is it-
that is the place for you to go and watch.
Watch the live
Watch
stream.
Mary Free.
yeah.
I'm getting a signal when you talk, so I don't know why it's not recording, or maybe you're just quieter or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Because I'm getting a signal whenever you talk.
Well, maybe it's my ranch body.
Yeah.
That's screwing up the video.
That's the new flavor of Squire Schnapps.
Ranch body.
Yeah, if you love gravy,
You're gonna love
you're gonna really love ranch.
Ranch body. That's, I mean,
Ranch body.
that is
That's
funny.
strange, and I didn't know if they suggested it to everybody, but I was like, it wasn't.
Maybe they're known for their ranch.
It wasn't a do you need a condiment or would you like something. It was do you need ranch for your salad? And then when I got my wrap, it was also hey, you look like you need some ranch.
And then they come back and they go. The whole staff comes back. Are you sure you don't need ranch?
Right.
Are you positive?
But they did have. I got sweet potato.
Are you
fries.
suffering from any kind of retrograde amnesia, in which case you might want ranch, just don't know it?
It looks like you might be having a ranch withdrawal.
Really trying to drill down. Yeah.
But they had. I got sweet potato fries, and it came with this marshmallow sauce, which I thought I heard the guy wrong when he said it. And when I tell you that this dipping sauce was life changing, it had to have just been like melted down marshmallows.
Well, yeah, marshmallows are pretty tasty.
God, it was good.
Well, yeah.
It was so good.
Wait a second. You mean if you give me a fluffy sugar sauce, I'm going to enjoy it?
It was amazing.
Yeah. Maybe that's their shorthand. Maybe where you are, that marshmallow sauce is called ranch.
No, because he said marshmallow sauce. I don't know. Who knows? It also might be because I took my retainer out at the bar and sucked the spit off of it. So they were probably like,
Oh, God.
he likes ranch.
God.
Why'd you suck the spit off?
You
That
didn't
is
want to
so-
just drop it in a tumbler full of lukewarm tap water there?
No, because I like pulled it out and I.
Oh, man.
It's just second nature.
No.
I didn't think about the fact that I was doing it at public, so I pull it out and I'm like.
Oh, God. So she could do that in public?
That's the missing puzzle piece. That's where they started. I guarantee they didn't ask about the ranch before that.
That makes my stomach hurt.
And you're right. I was there alone at 11:30 at night. Like, are you guys still serving food?
And then you ordered salad, a wrap, and French fries.
And sweet potato fries.
Yeah, the wrap came with a side, and I asked if I could do the salad as the side, and they said no. And I'm assuming because their salads cost $9 for a house salad, and they wanted to upcharge it, so I got the salad beforehand, and then the wrap with the fries.
You weren't at the Hidden Valley restaurant by any chance, were you?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, I was at Saddle Ranch.
Oh.
So maybe they are known for their ranch.
They're known for their ranch. Are you sure you don't want ranch? It's kind of what we're known for.
I thought it was.
This isn't called Saddle Balsamic.
This isn't Saddle Blue Cheese here.
Yeah.
Dude, that makes
Throw
me
up.
want to throw up.
What, the retainer thing?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
What? Hers?
Out of all the things
How
this
did it
guy
sound
is
again?
cop to, and that's too much for him.
Just like that. And I sucked all my spit out of it.
401.
Oh, stop!
Let me write that one down. Yep. First Poundcake hates you, now Mary hates you.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
on record as hating Bill.
Yeah, that's a always consistent. These two always hate me.
But he tortures people. That was torture.
It wasn't torture.
Ruin my
It's
weekend.
A bit.
Psychological.
It's a
torture.
bit.
Torture. This guy's never been tortured.
Eh,
Poundcake's never been psychologically tortured here at work.
Did it?
It was about time.
Did it really bother you that much?
No, but
Well, it should have because you were in the hot seat.
I don't want to let you get the best of me because I knew I didn't say anything bad. I was like, well, I've talked about that on air before. I don't think anybody knows. Everybody knows I hit the pin every now and again to calm my nerves. I'm not a bad person.
I thought a tall cup of juice was what was required to do that.
Yeah.
That was when I was in my sober phase. Now I'm in my high phase, and now
I
it's
see.
hitting the pin.
Oh, I'm sorry, juice providers. Poundcake is now off the wagon.
Less sugar in weed.
I didn't know there was any sugar in weed.
sugar.
Yeah, I guess.
Gummies.
Yeah, if you dip it in that marshmallow sauce that Mary
God,
was
it
talking
so
about.
Good. I couldn't believe it.
Yummy.
And then I also was like, I assumed every place in LA would be so healthy and have like all this stuff. And I'm like, oh no, there's plenty of places to go eat like loaded tots.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Still
I was
America.
worried.
For
Yeah,
the
I
tourists.
was worried about that.
And you can always get whatever modified. Like, I didn't even know what protein style was until I watched Rich Kids of Beverly Hills on
I don't know
E!
what that means.
Protein style just means you get it without the bread. Like, it's just the meat, the condiments, and then the patty, or the bread that the patty sits on, it's a thing of lettuce. So
Oh, it's like a lettuce wrap.
yeah, but it's a burger, so the lettuce is in the shape of
Yeah, you can go through like Wendy's and order a hamburger, no bread.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know what protein style was. I was like, well, of course it's gonna have meat, but no, it's literally just protein.
Yeah,
Of
it's
course,
not-
it's going to have meat. Yep. I was reading about this restaurant in Canada that got shut down because instead of asking people for their vaccination cards, they were just accepting dog photos.
Oh, yeah, I heard
instead
about
of
that.
this.
What?
Well, they didn't want it. This is a place in Alberta. They didn't want to deal with. We haven't cornered the market on nut jobs wanting to, skirt the law or whatever. So in Canada, there was this restaurant that was like, we don't want to do this. So all you did was word got around that you just had to show a picture of your dog, and they let you in.
So funny.
And they got shut down temporarily.
That's big out here.
Well, of
everywhere
course.
we went, I mean, I've only gone to 3 places, but every single place wouldn't let you in without your Vax card and your ID.
Wow.
Yeah, California's not screwing around.
No, they made me take, because my ID is in my wallet and it's got like one of those clear, so you can see through it to my ID. But they made me take my ID out and like studied it
they
to
wanna
make
feel
sure
it.
that everything matched. I went into a diner this morning to have breakfast and it was Vax card and ID. It's like, all right.
Wow.
An anal swab, to hear
Yeah.
Mary tell it.
How's the
Yes.
homeless?
I
they
haven't
wonderful?
seen a lot of homeless yet, but I've only been here one day. San Diego, I was staying right on the pier, or not pier, the boardwalk on Pacific Beach, and there was a
They
young
just
man
camp out.
who lived outside my condo who had a real issue with Stuart Little. I think I might have mentioned.
Yeah,
that
we
on
talked about
Friday.
Stuart Little, yeah.
I don't know if it was the movie or if he knew someone named Stuart Little, but he screamed about Stuart Little pretty much the whole weekend.
And so you never figured out what that was all about.
I didn't want to ask any follow-up questions.
Did that scare you though? Because he's right outside your door, and you're a lonely woman.
Well, it's not comforting.
Why is she a lonely woman just because she's by herself?
She's alone.
Oh,
I meant
those
to
are
say,
two very different
I
things.
know. One is the loneliest number.
She's looking out her peephole to see if Jason Momoa has showed up yet.
Where's he at?
I hit him up on Uber Eats.
Okay, a lone woman.
But Skid Row's out here, and
Yeah.
I want to go see it.
It's 50 blocks. How can
It's
you miss it?
huge. Yeah, it's a lot bigger. It gets bigger every year.
Seriously.
Well, and that's why everyone's like, "Don't." It's really unsafe. Like I'm like, yeah, well, I don't have a car, so it's not like I'm gonna drive through. But I've watched
Just go to
so
Venice
many-
Beach.
I've watched so many documentaries that feature Skid Row or people who live there, and I'm like, there's just something about that innate morbid curiosity that I feel like is in your human nature.
Look at these privileged white people. Oh my
You wanna
gosh,
go-
I want to go see Skid Row.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
wanna-
tourist
I'm
attraction.
serious.
Yeah, it's like poverty tourism.
Oh my god.
And I know that's not okay, but I mean, I'm admitting to it, where it's like there's something.
But you can go downtown Cleveland and see homeless people. We're going to
there's
have them
not that
outside.
many
Not like
homeless
that.
people.
Well, we're
Like
not-
the whole community.
But we're not talking about quantity. I mean, if morbid curiosity is somebody sleeping in a tent, who cares if it's 400 or 1?
He's
No,
pooping
I think
outside.
It's like the whole community of it. That's what it is.
It's
That
a
its
community.
Own city. It's like own city.
Right,
Yeah.
because the homeless situation is run rampant, not because that was like part of the city planning.
No, I know that.
People just dead on the street, and you just walk past. Da 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 da. People skipping on crack. I've never seen people just smoke meth. Like
You've
it
also
was
never seen homeless people skip.
Yeah, I have.
Guaranteed. Where?
Crackheads
San
probably
Diego,
skip.
Portland.
You didn't see homeless people skipping.
Oh, yes, I did.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
Skipping.
Homie was doing it better than I could. He would skip and land on one foot and then balance, and then he was like jumping over like
He
the
was a
crosswalk.
ninja. He wasn't.
He's
doing
doing
parkour.
Homeless
Yeah.
parkour.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Portland was. I want to say the Portland homeless population was way worse than San Diego. San Diego, nobody bothered us. Like San Diego, they're homeless. You know they're homeless. They don't ask you for money. They don't bother you. They don't care.
You know, when you were in San Diego, Mary, you should have gone to the Tijuana Walmart. That would have been a fun time.
Dude, so many people were like, you should go down to TJ. And I was like, I feel like as a sober person, that's probably not the spot for me.
I didn't
You know?
go.
I'm 32 and I'm sober. What does Tijuana have?
Right.
You know?
Unless you're in the market for a donkey show or something. I mean,
Thank you.
probably
I've
weren't into
already
that.
Done those.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. What I remember when I was in San Diego, the allure of like going to Mexico for just like a day trip was, oh, you just get free drinks. It's only like you could drink all day on $2. And I'm like, yeah, but you risk getting killed. They're like, oh no, Tijuana's Americanized. I'm like,
That's what I heard.
That's
what they say.
Yeah,
to
not
get you
in
down
Tijuana.
there.
I mean, if you're like further east or something like that, you're going to be. It's a little hinky, but
You've
Tijuana's.
seen a donkey show or you've done a donkey show?
I think she was trying to keep it appropriately vague.
Don't worry about me. Cali Mare, bro.
Callie Mare's into the donkey
Just here
shows.
to make money and live life.
Yeah.
I know about it.
There you go.
That's it. That's as specific as I'd like to be.
That's fine.
I understand.
I'm not doing donkey shows, you freaks.
We don't know.
Yeah, I didn't
No,
ask.
I'm a professional comedian.
It's none of my. Oh, right. It's none of my business whether or not you're doing those. It's like I will not sell pictures of my feet online. However, donkey shows,
Completely different.
possibly.
So you're gonna go over to Skid Row and they're gonna be like, "Do you want to do some heroin? Do you want some ranch with that?"
Yeah, right? They're going to offer me ranch. Just squirt it in my
You look like a
mouth whip it.
Midwestern heroin addict.
Right. And Midwest heroin addicts are fat.
Mm.
Yep, that's what we do.
Poundcake cannot get on Mary for wanting to see Skid Row when he wants to go to Chernobyl.
Right.
And we mentioned that earlier. Poundcake wanted to take a day trip to Chernobyl.
I don't want to see the suffering of people and meth heads. I want to see an abandoned
The
city.
aftermath of it.
No, an abandoned city. Like that is something interesting. Like, I want to see how the world will be like after we're all gone.
Just go to Canton.
I mean, we already talked about Lorraine, but I would rather see Chernobyl. Like, that's history. Skid Row is...
You know everything's history, right? Everything everywhere is history.
Okay, well,
And don't get on me because true crime is so huge right now. People are obsessed with like murderers and schizophrenics and crazy people and watch all those podcasts and TV shows. I don't think it's weird to say that
it's
that is
insensitive.
I'm not saying it's not insensitive.
You want to go and take pictures of someone pooping on the street.
I didn't say I wanted to take pictures.
You're going to take pictures.
Mary, you know
Never
how...
mentioned anybody pooping on the street.
Yeah, that's all you.
Mary, you know how triggered Poundcake is by insensitivity.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
you want to be very, very careful.
Poundcake's like, why wouldn't you want to go to a comedy club when you can go over to Skid Row and
Watch
have
fat
some
people.
real laughs?
My George, stop. Stop making me laugh.
Mr. I can't believe she fits in a van over here is talking to me about insensitivity.
Well, that's why I think I have respect for Skid Row people because they're all skinny and they don't have to worry about fitting into a tent. They know their size and they don't bother anybody. Like,
they're not skinny because they have self-control. It's the exact opposite.
well, if they can do it and they ain't got much, what's this excuse for these big people that have to have a crane or be life flighted by a military helicopter? Come on.
I think you should be a motivational speaker.
I really think you
so
should, too. Yeah. Yeah, he's the Tony Robbins of the...
One is
fat
not...
world.
What's more unhealthy? Being over 600 pounds or smoking a little meth? Like, if
They're
you're going
not smoking a little meth.
Well...
You don't end up living on the street because you did meth.
So is one addiction better than the other?
Not every homeless person is a $1.10 either. There are plenty of homeless people who are
There's a
not
600
super skinny.
You think there's a 600-pound person on Skid Row?
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I
Okay,
haven't. There's a big area there, but I mean,
Well,
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah, Mary, you
You're
go.
right, and I'm not allowed to go because it's insensitive.
No, go ahead. Fine. I'm stupid. Insensitive Poundcake. Fine.
hey, Felipe,
Hey, Alan. Hate the show. Buddy.
thank you. What's going on, man?
I was just calling because I got good news for Mary.
Okay.
There actually is a homeless community that exists in Cleveland. We were at a Browns game. This was several years ago, partying, pre-gaming in the Muni lot, and my brother and I walked into the woods that are like kind of right there by the Muni lot to, of course, pee, and we stumbled across a whole encampment of like homeless people, like their setup, you know, and it was crazy. There's like tarps, you know, tents, and there was like some weird like Blair Witch stuff. They had like things hanging from the trees, and so it does exist in Cleveland. And then, you know, after everybody goes into the game, they come out of the woods. They'll pick up cans. Food,
See, I
all
respect
that.
that. Those are good homeless people.
Yeah, nobody's arguing that there are homeless people in Cleveland.
Right.
I mean, there's
they're
Cleveland public school system is full of homeless students. I mean,
That's true. I teach in the for a charter school in Cleveland.
yeah, you know.
And, yep.
Okay, hey, thanks, Felipe. I
Sad,
appreciate
but I mean,
it.
like I said, I mean, it is a whole community in there.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know what the hell Poundcake's talking about,
I
but
don't want to seem like disgusting or anything like that, but it's like I feel like how people end up in the situations that they're in is fascinating to me. Where it's like some people.
yeah, but you're not going and
Let's go
asking.
see 'em and soak 'em
You're
in
not
misery.
going and asking people how they got there. You're just like driving through and going, "Oh man, look at that! Oh, that's so weird."
Because it's unsafe. I'm not
Well,
gonna go.
it's not inherently unsafe
Go.
To walk around by myself there, yes, it would be.
in the daytime.
Yeah, because she's a lonely woman.
I'm a lonely woman. I'm vulnerable.
I thought Callie Mayer was all laid back and cool as ice.
She is
Yeah, within reason.
within reason.
Yeah. Well, fill a super soaker full of ranch and get down there. This thing's jammed. I got a break. I will have another $1,000 for you if you're trying to get your mitts